Hey everyone, I screwed up. Howdy, it's Drac, and today we're doing another mock update video on Ezui, self-moc Ezui, who in my stop motion is Drago's brother. So let's get right into it, starting off from the ground up. So a lot has changed about this character, as you can clearly see. So yeah, let's get right into it. First up, his legs, a lot skinnier. They're a similar frame to Drago, like the lower legs are anyway. The upper legs are just standard CCBS. And the frame's and the armor's a little different, obviously, with this piece and all this. Still got the clear shin armor, though. The torso is completely different, completely overhauled. It's got a lot more articulation, and it just fits a lot better in the scale of my characters. The arms, he's got these big shoulder armor pieces, similar to like that of a samurai, because this version is heavily inspired by a samurai. I like the samurai armor vibe, especially considering the mask he has. His lower arms are custom and use the same frame as Drago's. In fact, the entire arm has the same frame as Drago. The armor is different, yes, but the frame is exactly the same. The head, that's our biggest change. That's one of our biggest changes, I guess. Instead of the Black Phantom mask he now has a 3D printed mask. This is the Kanohi Aki How, I believe is the name of the file, and it's made by King K. So thanks, King K, for making such an awesome mask. Alright, let's get into articulation. Alright, articulation is as follows. Ball joint, pivot, ball joint. This is a ball joint, although it is severely hindered by the way it's connected in the front, a little bit in the back, and these armor plates move out the way to help move his waist. This leg right here is a little bit limited because of the way because of the swords, but it's not by a lot, and he can easily move that, and he can easily adjust it so that it's out of the way, so it's not that big of a deal. As for the arms, it's a ball joint. This is on a ball joint that's fairly limited, so he can't get as much out of the double jointed bend as Drago, but he can still get a good bit, clearly. His shoulders are on a ball joint, and then the shoulder armor is on 2 ball joints, so he can get as much range out of them as possible. And yeah, and the head is obviously on a ball joint. All the way around. I'm not going to turn it all the way around because that's going to screw up the scarf. Yeah. So that's his articulation. Now you guys are probably wondering, why does he look so different than from his previous version? Well, his previous version, I'm gonna be honest, I did not try very hard with the previous version. I was kind of just throwing stuff together to see how it would look. This time I actually decided to put some effort in, and here we are, and I'd say he looks really good. This version is based off of the Stray Noir. Now let's move on to the weapons and the size comparison. As I showed earlier in the video, His weapons are two swords, and they are attached to his waist, like so. Both of them on the same side, because why not? And what you do is you just sorry about that. That was my dog. She barks in her sleep. You just take these off of the little sheath that is there for him, and attach them to his hands, and then you take the handles and attach them to the back, just like this, and then he's got his swords. Now, the same idea from the last version applies to these swords. The idea is, this was Ezui's, not mine. The idea is these swords have different abilities. So, starting off with the black and green sword, this one, according to Ezui, has the ability to, for when if he throws it at something, when it hits something, he will teleport to it. Sort of like an ender pearl from Minecraft. So if he throws the sword and it hits a wall, he's going to teleport to that wall. The other sword, the red and silver one right here, this one has the ability to change its size and shape to his liking. So if he wanted to have a big old giant buster sword for some reason, he could have that. He normally leaves them this just for storage purposes because, you know, they're the same size. Then I will say that for all of the swords that this one changes into, they all will be red and silver. Just to keep consistency so you know, oh hey, that's just an enlarged version of that sword. Simple as. Now then, on to size comparison. So we're going to use a character that was already in this video, plus another character. So, you already seen this one. This, and I already did a review, I already did an update video of him. Give me just a second. Here, Ezui is compared to my self-moc Drago, who I did a review of 3 days ago. Yeah, so they're about the same size. Drago's just a little bit taller. And then for the other comparison, they're gonna bring in Rodimus Primus's self-moc, or at least my version of his self-moc. That is Tawi. Alright. And as you can clearly see, Tawi is tiny in comparison to these two. But, yeah. There's the comparison. So... Wait, before you guys go, we, Ezui and I, have made a Discord server. So come hang out with us. Link will be in the description. Bye.